Okay, what we need to do now is sheet our Absco compact garage. We're going to start on the back wall in the corners, the two corner sheets on the back wall. So what we need to do is fold the first rib, and that will wrap around to your side walls. So flip your sheet over, and this is the edge that we're working on. So you want to fold that first rib on the low side of your angle cut. So just gently, just slowly work that edge over. And then we need to do the same with the other corner sheets. All right, once we've folded our corner sheets, now we need to attach them to the garage. Your back wall corner sheets are folded by one pan, your front are folded by two. So once we've got them into position, making sure that you're just underneath your top cord at the back. Just going to lock that into place. Okay, we've got our first back wall corner locked in. Now we need to do the same to the other back wall corner. Okay, make sure that sheet is sitting nice and neat in the corner, and again making sure your angle cut isn't sticking above your top cord. Okay, now we've got our two back wall corner sheets locked in. Now we move on to the front corners. Again, making sure that you've folded two pans in on the low side of the angle, which wraps around to your side walls, and then just line up. We're going to start by lining up the edge of the sheet with our H mullion there. Okay, once we've got our corner sheets locked into place, then we need to do the rest of our side walls. So starting from the front corner, overlapping two ribs, like so. Just making sure you're just down from your top cord. Okay, now we need to repeat the same process with our side wall sheets. This time we're only overlapping one rib at a time. Just make sure you're just down from the top of the purlin there. Okay, when we're screwing our side wall sheets on, just need to screw in every second pan. Okay, we've locked down one of our side walls. Now we've moved on to the gable wall. So exactly the same process with our side wall, just making sure we overlap one rib and making sure that our sheet's not higher than our top cord. Okay, same with our side walls when we're screwing on our gable sheets at the back. Just make sure you're every second pan and on the overlaps, one on either side. Okay, once we've screwed our back wall off at the mid wall girts, what we need to do now is put some screws in our centre upright. Now once we've done the back wall with our centre upright, then we need to do the same on the side walls. So about every 300 millimeters, you need to put in an X screw and just work your way from bottom to top. Alright, once we've got our sheeting screwed to our centre upright, now we need to do the same with our centre frame uprights on our side walls. Okay, once we've done our side walls and our back gable, we now need to do our little gable infill sheets at the front. So just lining up your double cut sheet in the middle and just put that sheet just a couple of millimetres above your header beam. We've got a flashing that's got to go in under there later on. Just lock that into place. Same with the top. Okay, once we've got our middle piece on, now we can work our way to the outer edges. Again, like our side walls, just overlap one rib. Again, just keep it up off that header beam. Alright, we've got our last piece that needs to go in here. Now that piece will protrude past our front corner sheet, so we just need to cut that off at the rib. Okay, just tuck that piece now just in behind. And we've just got to overlap that last piece so it marries up, and then put the screws back in. Okay, that's all our wall sheeting completed. Okay, before we put our roof sheets on, what we need to do is fold up one edge, which goes up where our ridge cap's going to get screwed down. This is just to ensure that no water comes in underneath. So you can use a pair of pliers, multi-grips, you can cut a slot and some timber, but all you need to do is just tilt those pans up, like so. Okay, what we need to do now is screw our roof sheets to our frame. We need to make sure that the fold-up pans are up towards the ridge. Need to make sure in positioning this sheet that you're flush with your gables at the front. You've got a 30mm overhang down by the side wall purlins. Once you're happy where that's positioned, one screw in the top, one down the bottom. Now this front sheet we've got to overlap 3 ribs. So at the moment, that's all these screws that go into that sheet. Okay, we're going to put our second sheet on now. As you can see, we've overlapped it as per the instruction manual. Again, making sure your sheet is flush, top and bottom. You've got that 30mm overhang, which will go into the gutter. Lock that off. And now we'll just come down the other end, lock that into place. Okay, now when you're putting your screws in your roof sheets, top and bottom have a screw in every pan. Your middle purlins, one every second pan. Just make sure you're using your neoprene washers with your screws on the roof, and that's just to stop any roof leaks with the water. Okay, once we've overlapped our 2 front sheets, then the rest are just overlapped by 1 rib. Alright, we just got to screw on our last roof sheet now, just making sure it's finishing flush with your gable wall. Okay, that's our roof now completed. Just making sure top and bottom you've got a screw in every pan, and your middle rails every second pan.